All right, folks, so I want to show you three different ways where you can go from a chi-square test statistic like we got here. We added this up. We got 9.4 with 5 degrees of freedom. Three ways to be able to calculate your p-value, okay? From a table first, okay? Notice my chi-square table is the last one in my packet. With 5 degrees of freedom, I need to look for my chi-square test statistic of 9.4, and it's right in between these two. And so I know my p-value is somewhere smaller than 0.10, but bigger than 0.05. Probably close over here, maybe like 0.9 or something like that, okay? Because it's closer to this than it is to that. But either way, I would reject at this alpha level, and I would fail to reject at that alpha level. Okay, option two. I can go to second distribution, and just like there's norm CDF and T-CDF, there's also a chi-squared CDF. So if I press 8, brings me down to chi-squared CDF, and I do a lower of 9.4, and I'm measuring the probability that I'm in that tail to the right, and my degrees of freedom are 5, right? Because there's 6 categories for M&Ms. There's 6 color categories, so 5 degrees of freedom, and minus 1 degrees of freedom. And we can paste this in, and we get a 0.94. So right where we said it would be, between 0.1 and 0.05, closer to 0.1, okay? The last option is actually doing a chi-square distribution test. So if you go to tests, okay, pressing up will get you there faster instead of down, okay, because it's towards the bottom. There's a chi-square goodness of fit test. And what you need is you need to have already preloaded in L1 your observed values, and in L2 your expected values, and tell it your degrees of freedom. So if you look at what I have here, you can see stat edit. I put in my number of each colored M&Ms here and the expected value here, and I can go stat test goodness of fit test, and it will calculate for me my chi-square test statistic, which is great, and my p-value. So there's a little bit of work ahead of time in getting your data into L1 and L2, but it helps you avoid making the table because you get both your chi-square test statistic and your p-value. So I hope this helps. Good luck and farewell.